witnessed their power. I have. We've all heard the legends. Every child has heard the legends of the cursed sea. The stories of ships vanishing without a trace. How many have been lost over the years? Dismissed as fantasy. The nobles, the church. They all knew the truth. Something out there was growing. Something terrible. The threat grows once more as the bourgeoisie slumber. Your ship is stocked and your crew assembled. We can pretend no longer. Left unchecked, the veil will surely fall, and all will be lost to madness and ruin. This corruption must be stopped.
So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the new and upcoming MMORPG by Amazon Games called New World. Just a quick note that some of the footage was recorded while being streamed at the same time, so there may be parts of the video where the FPS is a little lower, as I seem to have had some problems streaming this game. Regardless, this is all gameplay from the current preview that started today, the 26th of August, or for those that live in the past, aka the rest of the world, the 25th of August. Honestly, this game looks fucking amazing. The graphics are insane, and this game runs really well. Those two things usually don't go hand in hand when it comes to MMOs. It either looks like shit but runs really good, or it looks really good but runs like shit, or it just looks and runs like complete shit. So New World is a very beautiful looking game, even during this preview, beta, whatever you want to call it, and I cannot wait for the game's actual release because I'm probably going to be playing it as much as I can. Also, holy shit guys, OCE server. It says AP Asia Pacific, but the server seems to be in Sydney. So this is amazing for us Kiwis and Aussies, and honestly it's a big factor as to why I play this game. So hear me out for a second. What I mean by that is that the combat is great, except that you're animation locked with pretty much everything. You are able to cancel attacks, but only at the absolute beginning of it. You cannot be mid-swing and cancel to block, which is honestly kinda shit, but at least you don't have to deal with that on 200 ping. So it's tolerable, but if I could, I would 100% change that one thing about combat and allow people to cancel their skill or swing by blocking. And as it is right now, you can be heavily punished if you're attacking and the enemy hits you a split second before your attack was going to connect. And honestly, that can be tolerable if it's only PvE, but when it comes to PvP, that could probably be pretty horrible, as you got multiple people attacking you and each swing seems to stagger a bit, as well as the stuns and other CC abilities. And personally, I think that's more suited to a single player game, not an MMO, but we'll just have to see if they change that. But other than that one little thing, combat feels really great. There's not much button mashing or spamming a bunch of skills and killing everything with ease, and some fights actually require a little patience and timing, which is honestly a welcome change for MMOs. And while I'm talking about things that need a bit of change, another thing would be questing. Questing needs a little bit of work, and so far from what I've experienced, that being level 1 to level 18, the questing is very repetitive and a little tiring. Essentially, you go from zone to zone, killing a certain amount of mobs and collecting from a certain amount of boxes which aren't marked at all, so you have to find them, and then you have to go find the ones that you haven't looted yet, because you can't loot the same box twice no matter how long you wait, which is a bit boring, and it can be a bit stressful too when you're looking for that one box to loot for the past half hour, which has happened to me a couple times actually. Also, the spacing of quests kinda sucks. Each quest and hand-in point is about 500-ish meters away, and then when you get a quest that changes region, it's about another 2k meters or so. You can fast travel between towns, but you can't fast travel to your quest locations, which is understandable, but it honestly becomes a bit of a running simulator when you're running 500 and then 500 back to get another quest to run 500, 500 back again. It's just, yeah, it needs work. I'm not sure if they plan on adding mounts or not, but they definitely need to add some mounts, I reckon, to eliminate that boringness and that running simulator part of the game when it comes to questing. And that's honestly about it for my complaints about this game. There were some minor issues I came across, but it's more due to it being a beta, and those things could easily be fixed. So this game is seriously nice looking, I can't stress that enough. It runs fairly well, and it has servers for us Oceania players, which is amazing. The combat is pretty nice, and the lore in the world seems pretty dope as well. Not to mention that the intro cutscene was really cool, as well as the voice acting. I was actually amazed at the voice acting in the cutscenes. Usually MMOs have horrible voice acting. So would I recommend this game? Yes, I definitely would recommend this game, but I'm not sure about this price. I'm not sure what the final price will be for release, but if it's the same or about $10 less than the pre-order price, I would probably tell people to wait a bit, see if it gets reduced, if these things I talked about stays the same. Because as it stands right now with questing and the combat, it shouldn't be the price of a full price game, at least in my opinion. If they were able to rework questing and change that one thing about combat, as well as add in mounts if they were going to keep the same distance between questing, then it would probably be worth it. But as it is right now, probably not at this price. Though I'm not entirely sure that I can group in the questing issue with repetitiveness as a concern just yet, as I don't think I'm even mid-game yet. I almost forgot to mention a couple of things. These are, I guess, minor details, but it really goes a long way, honestly. When you cut down trees, well, you can cut down trees. The gathering in this game is actually pretty good. If you gather a tree, you will actually cut down that tree and it will fall down, and it will just be a stump afterwards. If you mine a rock, that rock will be destroyed and you get the ore or whatever from it. You can gather plants, they'll disappear, etc. And the crafting seems somewhat decent as well. But that's all I've got for now regarding New World. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, then feel free to give it a like. I really appreciate that, and it helps me know whether or not I am making decent videos. Insert some line here about some percentage of you are not subbed, etc. And subbing is free, since everyone seems to be doing that these days. Also, I'm sorry for no uploads in the past week. I haven't really had anything that I like to make videos on. I might include making MMO news videos, possibly. I'm not sure on that just yet. But anyway, hope you're all having a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video.